Bang, bang. What's up, you guys? Bitcoin today. I hope you're doing well. Well, you're still waiting for a decision about the debt ceiling in the United States. And from today on, the politicians go on holiday. It's Memorial Day on Monday. And so there is no need for them to work. And it's really funny to see and crazy in a way what's going on there. So first of all, let's have a look to the overall picture. And this is mainly red. Last night, we saw an increase on the tech side. NVIDIA came out with amazing numbers. They went up today by over 25%. So the whole tech is going very well recently. But the rest, as you can see, is really, really red. Everybody is waiting for this decision which has to be made because nobody wants to see a default of the US, I guess. Quick check on the rate hike expectations. And here what we do, we quickly do an update in order to get the latest information. And this is interesting. We see a bit of change. Over 30% believes there could be another increase in the next meeting of 25 base points. About 70% still believes no. So the minutes actually came out yesterday, and from that, it looks like that we don't see an increase, at least in June. Who knows? Anyway, quick check on the gold price. We're sitting on 1960. Well, it's also in a sort of waiting position to be over the situation. And here we come to a Bitcoin today. 26,254. We saw quite a drop. This is on a 4-hourly base in the last 2 days. Actually, yesterday we were under 26. So the Bitcoin cannot benefit in the moment from the overall debt ceiling situation and problem. That's quite amazing. But the whole market cannot accept the tax. So interesting to see. But the RSI is really low on 35%. So we are totally, at least on a 4-hourly base, totally oversold. Okay, quick check to the market capitalization. And here Bitcoin stays stable on 12 with $508,000 billion. Block time quickly. We just had a change as I switch. A new block has been generated. You guys, every 10 minutes. A new block is generated, and block time is now 791314. And we are still around about a little bit over 300,000 unconfirmed actions. Everything under 300,000 is good, but it's also not bad. That's quite okay. Okay, Bitcoin halving clock, like every day, 326 days to wait. But here is a change. According to this, April 15, this is 7 days later compared with the last couple of days. April 15, most likely. Bitcoin is going to have birthday halving, it's called. Okie doke. So before we look into the technical data from the Bitcoin, Bitcoin cannot benefit in the moment. Bitcoin is also in a waiting position, and also the volume, also on the stock market, is very, very low. Everybody is on the sideline, is waiting what's going to happen. Nobody's really willing to invest. Also, the interest rates go up. People go in 2 years bonds, in 1 year bonds, in 3 months bonds. So they go with the money on the safe side. So that's what it is. So let's check what's going on in the Bitcoin. We start with a gold price versus US dollar. You see there is a strong inverted correlation. It's very simple. Dollar down, gold up, vice versa. And why is this important? Because for a very long time, Bitcoin is related to the gold price, and we see a correction on the gold price like we see on the Bitcoin. And this has to do, obviously, with the strong dollar. So it will be interesting to say, can the dollar stay as strong as it is in the moment? The dollar is strong. Fear and Greed Index, 51%. We are more or less in the middle some. Well, the heat map, this is not so nice. It's not only BTC, it's mainly red, all the altcoins as well. It's what I just said. It's also all the altcoins in a similar situation, waiting for the market. Market capitalization just under 48%. We quickly check the liquidations. This is on a daily base, and what we see here is we had yesterday a lot of long liquidations that accelerates obviously the downtrend on the price. Anyway, important is the loaded addresses 47,676. A constant increase. That's the real deal. That's the spot market. While Google Trends, not much is happening. Overall picture on a 1 year's base, where we see a declining line, and now we come to the technical trend following indicators. We start with Bollinger Bands like always. We are on the lower end with this last candle from last night. We are sitting on the lower side from the Bollinger Bands. And what is interesting on the MACD, yesterday was the third time that we have been rejected. You can see this here. We have been rejected here and here. We were 3 times close to bullish crossover from the downside to the upside. So it's a long trend since March on the MACD to the downside. If this is going to break out, we can see something very similar like we saw here, because the MACD is much more powerful when it comes from the downside to the upside than the other way around. Bear this in mind. Also, what is important is we are here on 37%. This is on a daily basis on the RSI. We are more or less very much oversold. Short-term indicator says there's a chance to around about 25,000 US dollar. And here we come to the cycle model, to our first cycle model. And also here we are now underrated with over $2,000 according to the model price. And the other model shows more or less the same. The price moves more to base case number 1. And here we come to the Wyckoff model versus Bitcoin, something we have since about a week. And again, 4 phases are over, A, B, C, D, and we are waiting for the phase E. And as the phase E comes, target here is about 44,478. That will be interesting to say. Stock to flow, we are still pretty much under the model. Can change. And here Fibonacci. This is important because there is a downtrend to the 38.2%, the red zone. In the moment we are in the nowhere zone. Hopefully we're going to recover. EMA 50 to 200. We also saw peak. It's also a little bit of downturn. Okay, so finally logarithm regression model on a history base. You can play around here when you go on the website, and you also can go in the future. So what is important? Important is we have now 3 really strong models. We have 2 cycle models and we have a Wyckoff model. And on top of it, we have a logarithm model. So it's more or less 4 models. But 3 are very strong. And the average from these 3 models says that the price to the halving point, which is now most likely 15th of April, should be about $43,000. I hope it was valuable information. It would be great to see you tomorrow again. Thanks and bye-bye.